Why INFJs are constantly disappointed by other people. That's the topic of today's videos. INFJ personality types have a few really wonderful traits. And one of the most wonderful traits, I think, in my opinion, is the fact that we can see the potential in people. That's something we really excel at. We can almost always see what the person could be in the future. If they healed, if they embraced themselves, if they accepted themselves, if they accepted their own healing, if they stepped into their gifts, we can see the whole picture of someone, and we can do it really easily. We don't have to try to do this. This is not something a whole lot of other types can do. The INFPs can do it. I would say the ENFJs and the ENFPs can do it as well. But other than that, the other types don't really see the whole picture of a person. Most other types tend to see where people are right now, currently in the current reality. INFJs are so future-oriented that we could see always the person's potential. So when we see a person's potential, we see their gifts and their potential gifts. We see their abilities, current abilities, and their potential abilities, what they would be really good at if they wanted to strive for that. We can see how they would shine the best. Now, this is why we are such great encouragers and we're such great supporters of other people, because we can really see that potential in others. And we actually believe it as well. We believe in the gifts of other people that haven't actualized yet. We don't need the evidence. We don't need the proof. We can already see it. And so we believe it. We see under the surface. However, the dark side of this, INFJs, because we can so easily see another person's potential, we also tend to get attached to their outcome. This will especially occur if we're close with the person, right? So if they're a partner, spouse, a romantic love interest, a best friend, right? Someone that we're very close with, someone who they're growing and maybe we're growing along beside them, right? So we are shooting for the stars and we can see how they could shoot for the stars too. And then we get really attached to them shooting for the stars because we want to shoot for the stars together. Now, it doesn't always even have to be that we are that close with them or that we are growing alongside of them. It can just be that we can really see their gifts and potential, and we want them to be the best they can be. So we get really attached to that outcome. We want them to succeed so badly that we lose sight of anything else. We will forget that they have their own goals here as a soul on earth. Sometimes those goals don't include self-actualization. This is where things get very sticky for INFJs. Almost all INFJs, in fact, I would say all INFJs, but I know there's always an exception to every rule, but most INFJs, our goals here on earth always include self-actualization. That's why we're here. We want to grow, we want to heal, we want to evolve, we want to share lessons with others. We really want to move other people forward, and we want to move the human race forward. That's very important to us. That's a core value, self-actualization. So it's really hard for us to understand when another person doesn't share that same core value or doesn't have that same goal in life. And that's really the truth of it. A lot of other people don't have that goal in life. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It doesn't mean they're doing it wrong or they're wasting their life. It just means that that's not a goal for them in this lifetime. For INFJs, this is just really hard to accept because a lot of times we can't imagine a personal reality where self-actualization wasn't a main goal. But for someone else, their goal in life might be to just stay right where they are because they're not ready. They're not ready to self-actualize at that new level that we are. They're not ready to move ahead in that way. They're just not ready. So their goal is to stay right where they are until they are ready, and they might not move ahead in this lifetime. This is a really hard pill for INFJs to swallow, but we have to accept this if we're serious about helping others here. And if you're an INFJ and you've gone through this, if you take a step back from being upset with the other person because they're not growing or they're not growing the way you think they should, you're feeling disappointed in their lack of progress, you're feeling disappointed because it doesn't seem like they want to grow and evolve, if you take a step back and you really look at how you feel about them and your reasons for wanting them to grow and succeed so badly, you will see that you really want what's best for them, right? Like you being fixated on their outcome, it's not helpful, and it's actually blocking them, because then they're feeling that judgment from you. They're feeling that smothering energy from you, right? They're feeling this vibe coming off of you of like, you're not doing it right, and why aren't you doing it this other way, and you're not growing fast enough. A lot of times that blocks the other person's growth. And if the other person has a personality trait like stubbornness, it's going to be doubly bad, because they're going to feel that coming off of you. They're going to dig in their heels and say, well, I'm not going to even move 1 inch now, right? They're going to get defiant about it. So what we need to do is detach from their outcome. When we recognize that we're doing this, I fixated on someone else growing and evolving. I'm really upset that they're not doing it. I'm really upset that they're not coming along with me on the growth path I think they should be. We want to take that step back. We want to detach. And we want to come back into center with ourselves, right? We want to take our stuff off that person, stay in our own lane, and put our needs for growth back on ourselves. Take our energy pieces off of them. Once they feel our energy off of them, a lot of times they will start moving forward again. Again, maybe not at the pace that we expect or we would want, but they will start growing, even if slowly. The best way to do this, again, stay in your own lane, focus on your own projects, focus on your own growth, focus on yourself. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, subscribe. That stuff really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. Please also subscribe to my newsletter. I send out tons of stuff. I teach a new class just about every month. Online courses, video courses, book recommendations, articles on writing, creativity, intuition, personality theory, all sorts of good stuff. So please subscribe to the newsletter. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in today. I'll see you later.